Well, we didn't video this before, but I wanted to go ahead and show you. While we were on our 2-week California road trip, two of our neighbors mowed our front pasture for us. So see how wonderful it looks? It hasn't been mowed in over a year. So it was very nice to come home to this surprise and see that we could actually see to our house. So, we butchered roosters, what was that, last Saturday?
A week ago.
A week ago. And to me, things seem way more chill out here. But that's from a woman's perspective.
I agree.
The man of the house agrees. We only have one rooster now, and the girls seem way more...
Relaxed.
Yeah, relaxed. And...
Less stressed.
Yep. Definitely less stressed. It's like they're able to be more leisurely. They come up to us more without fear of retribution from
Other
multiple roosters. And Golden even seems a little more relaxed because he's not having to compete. Oh, after we finish hanging up the clothes, I was planning on opening up the garden area to let the chickens in there. Actually, we'll finish that. I'll pick green beans just in case they decide, hey, we like green beans. And then I was planning on working on getting some of that hay off of the driveway. Yeah.
And then we'll work on the toilet.
And then we'll work on the toilet. So that'll probably be our afternoon and evening project.
I did hear from John.
Oh, okay. So maybe a neighbor's visit tonight too. Malachi, what are you doing? Are you enjoying being outside? Malachi, do you like being outside? What do you think? Yeah, he was playing in the rabbit. Yeah.
Not surprising.
Okay, so we look like a redneck family with this here. When our washing machine went out and we got a new one, we put this one out here. And one of those projects that still has not yet been completed, but we hope to take the casing and put it under the clothesline because it'll put the basket higher up than the old toilet does. And then the inside barrel we were planning on using as either a small burning barrel or maybe a planter or something like that because it has the holes in the side, which would normally let the water out during spin cycles. We'll see when we get to that. Maybe in the winter.
It's less hot.
Yeah, when it's not as warm. But we got to work on getting our garden to the fall planting, which really we need to do this weekend if possible. But even though we plan on fixing our toilet tonight, not this toilet, it's the other toilet. Well, okay, the toilet we were going to replace that one with, which has been in progress.
Almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Since November of last year.
Okay, since November of last year. It's still a work in progress because of some complications that have come up. Complications that have come up. And so when we got, like the night we got back from our California trip, we realized that when we flushed our other existing toilet, it was leaking. So we have been using a bucket system since then. Well, yeah, kind of a Kooker modified compost toilet. We have a lot of paper, so we shred paper and we use that to kind of cover and absorb, and then we dump it in that back corner where, you know, it's not going to touch any of our foodstuffs, etc. But the problem with that is the paper absorbs the urine, but it does not absorb or mask any of the smell. We've got some pine shavings from,
Heat store.
yeah, that we've used with the chicks, but we're afraid that we'd just go through that way too fast.
Because it's not the sawdust type. It's more of a clump. It's more of a pine shavings.
Yeah, they're larger pieces. So really we need something with smaller surface area to cover so that it traps in more of that odor. But thankfully we haven't been raining. Well, yes and no. We need rain, but the benefit of not having rain is we've been able to have the windows open, so that helps air out the house. Especially since when we got back from our trip, mice decided to invade the house because we had two neighbors that, oh my goodness, we are so grateful that they did this. They mowed our front pasture area, basically from our fenced in area to the road, and oh, so much better because it was like a forest. But that displaced a lot of critters that had been living in that tall, weedy jungle. So they decided to take up residence in our house. So we've been dealing with that. So we set traps, catch a few.
4.
Is it just 4? I thought it was like 6.
No, 4.
Okay. Well, and then either Miss Nala eats them or the chickens. Most often the chickens when we catch them. Nala tends to like to catch her own. Right, kitty girl?
She likes to play with her own. She doesn't eat them really much.
Well, that's true. The 2 times we've seen her catch them, she's played with them more than eaten them. Anyway, so that's our game plan for a Saturday. We may go ahead and throw this up as a quick video in between our postings of our California trip. We were hoping to chronologically keep the California trip all together, but it's taking a little bit longer than we expected to do the editing because we took quite a few pictures and there's several videos that we're trying to mash together. So we may just take a couple of running clips to insert in between just so that you're not like, are they ever going to post again? So we thank you so much for hanging out with us. Be careful, you don't want her to bite your fingers. Uh-huh. Hey Malachi, were you and Nala hanging out this morning? Yeah. You're about 15 and a half months now, sweetie boy. Can you believe that? That was a good throw. Oh, oh, almost kicked it. Try again. Good job. In my opinion, there's always room for a little bit of baby cuteness in a video. Is that hackberry getting in your way? Since we're on this fence line, this stuff here, I always grew up calling careless weed. It's a very deja vu-y nostalgic plant for me because when I was a little kid, we had some pigs and this was growing everywhere. In fact, in some of the pasture of my parents' place, it was a forest of this stuff. And it grows tall, although we've cut back a lot of this, but it'll grow tall and then this stem, this very fibrous stem, will dry, and then my two brothers and I used to play sword fights with them because once it dried completely in the winter, you could pull it up by the roots and then use it as a sword to play fight. And they sting when they hit legs and arms, just saying. But we're letting some grow partially because of nostalgia's sake. I think some people may even call this one pigweed, but I thought it was pretty cool when I saw some coming up on our place. Although I know a lot of people are like, spray that stuff now, that's horrible stuff. And yes, it can be invasive, but what I'm thinking is we don't have any bamboo here, so maybe we'll use some of these larger branches for our garden next year as kind of a lightweight trellis system for some of our plants. But we shall see.
Also free food for the goats.
Yeah, free food for the goats. Although the goats don't like it as much as hackberry. They love hackberry branches. The leaves are awesome. Malachi, please don't stick your finger in. Bunnies are nice, but they can bite fingers. Yeah. All right. We're going to sign off now. Bye, guys. Say bye-bye, Malachi. Malachi, you going to say bye-bye? Aw, giving kisses. Okay. Bye, y'all. Thanks for sticking with us, clodhoppers.